you are part of an entire wave of consciousness, an entire wave of beings on the planet at this time. You may feel in your day-to-day existence, separated or alone. And this can give you emotions of sadness and grief or loneliness. But we remind you, you are connected to others on the planet at this time.
Hey everybody, it's Tanya here. Welcome back to another Galactic Love Note. And today I'm going to be channeling some energy with the Orion Galactic Collective again. And I love these guys. They're a very interesting group. If you haven't heard me talk about them before, they're very task-oriented and really all about helping those of us that are here laying foundations and getting the work done. And they're all about, using technology that's available to get our goals done. So it's a very interesting group, and they tend to bring forward a lot of really linear codes, but you never know what we're gonna get. So grab my brushes to play with today, and let's zoom in. Alrighty.
Hello, dear one. We are a representative from the Orion Galactic Council. We come forward today to speak to you regarding these codes of light that are anchoring into this piece of art. We understand that many of you find this to be a challenging time. And so this acts in some way as a support system to the energies that you are recalling and those which are inherent within your physicality, your DNA structure. There is much happening on your planet, on your timeline in this existence, and you are part of these great changes, this transformation. And so part of the work that we do in supporting you is to create a foundation from which you can feel connected and solid and move forward from your own existence to begin to shift and change within. And as doing so, you are allowing those around you themselves to shift and change. For this is part of the great transition. This is part of the great shift in awareness of which you are part, of which many of you had decided to reincarnate at this time in order to assist, but also in order to experience that which has not been in this physical matrix in a very long time. For yes, there have been many periods of shifts, of transition, but this is more of a reworking of how the experience itself will be able to move forward. For those beings of light that come after you, you are their forebearers. You are the ones that are transforming and creating this new existence. And so part of our work is to be here to help guide this along, to give a structure for which you can anchor to, but also to help you to remember that within you is also the structure of beingness. Meaning that although you might feel misdirected, that you might feel untethered, there is actually a structure for you to claim if you need to. A large part of this is being reminded that you are part of an entire wave of consciousness, an entire wave of beings on the planet at this time. You may feel in your day-to-day existence separated or alone. And this can give you emotions of sadness and grief, or loneliness, anxiety. But we remind you with an analogy that comes from this conduit, who yesterday was thinking of the oceans and sea life. And so we ask you to think of yourself like the beings who are cohabitating together in a coral. For a coral may look from a distance as a singular piece, a singular being, but it is in fact made up of thousands of smaller beings who are working together in groups and clusters, but also as a complete unit. And so this is part of what you are doing. You are connected to others on the planet at this time who hold a higher frequency of light or who hold the potential to be open to anchor in higher frequencies of light. And you will sense this in your quiet moments when you are connecting back into your inner beingness, yourself, your spirituality. You will remember that there is like a grid of light around your planet, and you are part of that. And that structure, if you wish to see it in that way, whether you see it as a flow state of tendrils of light connecting each other, or whether you see it as a structure like a spider web, the light points, you are one of the points of light connected into the others. And so we encourage you to follow this analogy, or one that works for yourself, for there is much energy, structure, support, and knowledge in connecting back with those who are doing similar work as you. And so this art that you see today is a reminder of these foundations, of this structure, that there are others around you at this time, like us, who are here to help guide you and direct you, to remind you that there is work to be done, to focus on the task at hand, but also to remind you that you are loved and supported, and to find that in your physicality, in your spirituality, through this network of others of similar abilities in their way that they can hold the light as you do. And so we are grateful to you, beings of light, for being here at this time. We thank you for connecting with us on this level, and we look forward to speaking to you in your next now moment. Well, that was a really great message, and one I think that a lot of us really need to hear right now. And if you are somebody that is struggling with loneliness, please do take a moment, if you feel a little courageous, a little vulnerable, and pop a comment below. You never know who you're going to connect with, and it's a really great way to do as I said and start to create your community. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Tanya, and you can check out more about my art, Starseeds and Galactics, by clicking on the links to my website. And don't forget to sign up for the new newsletter so that you can get updates, behind the scenes, info about paintings, and of course, me and my silly sense of humor. All right, I will catch you guys next time, and thanks for joining. Bye-bye.